So, Kyrone, what do you do in your free time?
What do I do in my free time? Well, in my free time, the little bit I have, because I'm a husband and then father of two kids. So I have a 6-year-old, or soon to be 6-year-old, soon to be 3-year-old. So I spend a lot of time with them, taking them to soccer practices or swimming. That's kind of what I do for them. And for me, I like being active. So spend a lot of time on the trail, riding my bike, do a lot of working out, and yeah, try to get back to my community every opportunity I get as well. So that's what I like to do in my free time.
And what are your favorite things about Apex?
Favorite things about Apex. One, I like that it's a family-friendly community. Ever since my family and I moved to the community, and originally I had owned a small business in the area, I just felt like the town was very warm and open to us coming here, and also embracing the new business and supporting us in every way possible. So I just like the small town charm, the family-friendly community, and people just go above and beyond to make sure you feel welcome and you feel at home. So that's what I love about this community.
So we are at Foxtail Coffee today. Why did you choose this location?
Yeah, so I chose Foxtail Coffee because every time I come here, it's a very popular place, very new business in the community, and a lot of people like to gather here. Has a very good open space, and the coffee is wonderful. So a lot of times when I meet with people, I tend to bring them here just because of the warm environment and the proximity to downtown Apex. So that's why I chose this area.
And how have you impacted your community as a resident?
Yeah, sure. So as a resident of this area, I've impacted, well, the way I started being involved in the community was through the small business I had. When I started the small business, I became part of the local Chamber of Commerce. And through that, I've been able to impact other local business owners, so helping them transition into small business ownership. And also with my small business, I started giving back to the local schools, doing back to school drives, and also doing helping out with the PTA, so helping them to fundraise so they can give back to their schools as well. So that's kind of how I've been active in the community and try to continue to do that as well. And I hope to continue to do that as being part of the town council.
And you were previously a small business owner. Did that impact your decision to run for town council?
I would say yes, because being a small business owner, I got to interact with the local government, and Quench was recognized by the local government as being we won a Top Thinker Award. So that's given to one of the businesses or small businesses who has made an impact into the community in a positive way. So we were given that award, and just being connected to the mayor and other local town council members, just seeing the impact they made me want to also be a part of that. So that's how I ultimately decided to run for town council.
And what are the top 3 changes or improvements you'd like to make if elected?
Yeah, if elected, some of the things I'm running for is I'm advocating small businesses because with me starting my small business, I understand all the nuances that I went through. So I hope to maybe create programs. We do have the Launch Apex program, which is more geared towards people starting, but I think people who are in business for 3 to 5 years also need some additional support as well to how do they stay in business or scale their business. So I want to create programming like that to support small businesses. Also, I want to advocate for young families in the area. I know it's very expensive to raise kids in the area, and maybe creating like a free pre-K program, because a lot of times families have to make that decision. Do I go to work or do I stay home? And I feel like that should not have to be the decision that families have to make. So creating programs where families feel like they can go to work and still afford for the childcare needed to be able to have a balance in their life. And then lastly, affordable housing. We all know this area it's rated as one of the most expensive areas, right? So how do we make places affordable for people that maybe work in the area, who provide services? We want them to be able to also live and enjoy the community as well, not have to travel into the area. So those are some of the areas I'm looking to help hopefully make impact as being part of the town council.
And we know that traffic is a big concern. What are some solutions that you would do to help mitigate traffic here?
Yeah, traffic can be a big concern, of course, with our population growth and a lot of the big or companies are coming here. Traffic can be a concern, but I know a lot of the roads that are in Apex are um, owned by the NCDOT, right? So I think what we can do is first figure out where the pains of concern are in the area, and then maybe I can, if elected to be on the council, I can be on the board and represent the concerns of the community to the NCDOT board through Apex and bring those concerns and try to fight and advocate for whether it be traffic lights or widening some of the roads, because we have a lot of roads that are one lane roads that it just doesn't meet where we're at now today. So being an advocate and voicing those concerns, raising those problems, and hopefully bringing a change so that we can get some better ease of traffic within the area. That's how I plan to help with those concerns.
And what are your views on mass transportation for Apex? Do you think that's a possibility?
I do think it's a possibility. I know Apex has done a good job on providing buses that kind of helps with transporting people within the town, but I think probably more work can be done to help with transportation across the triangle. So I think that can be something that can be worked on and can be studied upon. And if that's what the community wants, try to figure out what's the best way to ease or help with transit across the triangle. I think that's something definitely we can work on.
According to ncbudget.org, 46% of NC renters can't afford rent. What are your plans for making housing more affordable here in Apex?
Yeah, so and I know the town of Apex, they've started this, but I think more can be done. So new communities are being built in the area. Can we advocate percentages of them to be for low income earners or considered in low income, and having a small set of those communities have that for those low income earners so that people can still afford. And in return, we can, provide them incentives for them to want to build and stay in the area. So I think it has to be a partnership with the growth that's happening and with the builders, and giving them, whether it be fast tracking their permits or giving them tax incentives in exchange for providing a subset of their communities to help with people who fit that bucket of low income earners. Because like I said earlier, it's a shame that we have people who work here but cannot afford to live here. So we kind of want to help with that. So that's kind of how I see how we can go in this right step. I don't think we can solve it overnight, but it's something that we can slowly try to have and kind of advocate for people who need those affordable housing.
How do you balance building new housing and commercial space with the issues of transportation and infrastructure?
That's a very good question. How do you balance new housing, new infrastructure, and traffic? I think the town, which they probably do, have to look 10 to 15 years out and try to be more proactive rather than reactive in how we're doing things. So if we are noticing growth, I would try to advocate to look to 10, 15 years out and how we can maybe, I don't want to say beat, but just be proactive in how we're dealing with the roads and the traffic and the growth coming here, because growth and traffic is kind of a problem, but it's also a good thing, right? It means people want to come to the area, they want to do business here, they see the potential here, but just looking and being more proactive with how we manage that growth, I think is something that we can try to do and try to solve those issues with the pain that we have going on right now.
So right now, 11% of residents from Wake County rely on SNAP benefits. How do you hope to support Apex families, children, seniors, and people with disabilities who are facing food insecurity?
Yeah, food insecurity can be a problem, especially for, you said 11% in Wake County. Not sure what it is here locally, but I think working with the state and making sure that we have that budget, and also locally here, if we have to fight to advocate to provide in our budget yearly, and how can we provide those people who fit in that category, we need to be able to support them. So I think just being the advocate and hearing their concerns, and if there is a problem here, especially in the Apex, New Hood area, it's figuring out how we can budget that and making sure that they're taken care of. I think that's how I want to take care of that.
Many residents are worried about utility costs.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
plans do you have to limit utility costs from increasing here in Apex?
Yeah, yeah, that's a concern. I know there's a lot of residents are complaining about their bills being higher than normal, and it looks like the town has worked and hired an independent consultant, but I think they said that only 1% from what they found was really impacted, but it seems like it's bigger than the 1% that they found. And I think there's been inconsistencies in the billing cycles. Some of the billing cycles are 30 days, and then some might be 45 days, which accounts for people seeing higher bills. I don't know, people have said, oh, I've been out of town and my power didn't run till it wasn't fully optimized for a week. My bill is still high. So yeah, that's a problem that I think town is working on, but I think that there needs to be more transparency and more consistency in how people are billed. The fluctuations, it's not good. It's hard for people to budget. They're already dealing with high cost of living and throwing a wrench in how we're being billed. As far as electricity, I think more consistency, more transparency, and we need to figure out if people were wrongfully billed, hate to say it, if refunds need to be given out or credits to try to offset some of that, just to make people feel like something is being done, that all avenues need to be explored, and to ensure that people are being billed fairly, consistently, and there's no fluctuations, because that throws people off. So definitely we'll look into that if elected in town council.
And are there any other portions of your campaign or the reason that you're running that we haven't covered today you'd like to discuss?
I mean, just overall, I've always been somebody that's been part of the community since I've been here. So I want to continue that. I want to advocate, fight for what people want to live a better, more productive lifestyle in Apex. People love it here, but the concern is, can I afford to stay here? Is the traffic too much? Can we sustain this growth going on? And I just want to make people, the community, know that, yes to all those questions. But of course, we need to make sure that it's sustainable, so that people can continue to thrive and grow and want to live here and not feel like they have to move out of Apex because they don't feel like their voices are being heard. So I want to continue to be that voice of reason and fight for what people are looking for to live a comfortable, sustainable life here in Apex.